Hi, it is Thursday morning, 8th of August, and it is 8 a.m. in New York. This channel is Drips Media, and I will be covering financial news from New York stock exchanges before markets open. The regular trading for the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. My name is Daniela Drips. I will be quickly covering yesterday's closing data, main indexes, and the key companies. Please follow us online.
Good morning. This is Drips Media, lid from New York. Drips Media, the revolutionary digital service that transforms the way you stay informed. With Drips Media, you get real-time news delivered in dynamic short video clips, keeping you updated on the latest headlines as they happen. Our cutting-edge technology curates and condenses top stories. Whether you're on the go or just need a quick update, Drips News ensures you're always in the know, effortlessly. Stay connected, stay informed, and experience news like never before with Drips News.
All three major indices reversed course from the previous day's gains and ended the day in negative territory. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by 0.6%, closing at 38,763.5. The S&P 500 experienced a slightly larger decline, dropping 0.8% to finish the session at 5,199.5. Tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite took the biggest hit, shedding 1.1% and closing at 16,195.8. This downturn in the tech sector erased the previous day's gains, leaving investors to wonder if this is the beginning of a larger downward trend or just a temporary pullback. We'll be keeping a close eye on these market movements and bring you expert analysis on what to expect in the coming days. Now, let's delve deeper into the factors that might have contributed to today's market performance. One factor that may be weighing on tech sentiment is the performance of some of the giants in the sector. Apple, despite reversing 2 days of losses, saw its shares close at $209.80. Google, another tech heavyweight, also reversed its losing streak, which had lasted for 4 days. The stock ended the trading day at $158.90, posting a modest gain of 0.4%. However, Microsoft, a bellwether for the software and cloud computing industry, bucked the trend, reversing a day of gains. The stock closed at $398.40, down 0.3% for the day. These mixed results within the tech sector suggest a level of uncertainty among investors. While some are optimistic about the potential for continued growth, others are taking a more cautious approach, possibly waiting for clearer signals about the direction of the economy and interest rates. Now, let's take a closer look at Apple. The tech giant saw its shares close at $209.80, reversing 2 days of losses. However, despite this positive movement, the stock is still down 5.5% over the past 5 days and for the month to date. Zooming out to a wider lens, Apple's year-to-date performance remains positive, boasting a 9% gain. This contrast between short-term volatility and longer-term gains highlights the current uncertainty in the market. Despite the recent dips, Apple has seen gains in 6 of the last 10 trading days, suggesting some resilience within the company's stock. The question remains whether this rebound is a sign of renewed investor confidence or simply a temporary reprieve in a broader market downturn. Amazon, a key player in the e-commerce and cloud computing sectors, closed at $162.80, marking a 0.5% increase. This positive performance marks 2 consecutive days of gains for the tech giant. Meanwhile, Meta Platforms, the company behind Facebook and Instagram, faced a setback, with its shares closing at $488.90. This 1.1% dip reversed the previous day's gains, potentially signaling investor caution towards the social media giant. NVIDIA, a leading name in the graphics processing unit (GPU) market, experienced a significant drop, with its shares plummeting by 5.1% to close at $98.90. This downturn reversed the previous day's gains, raising concerns about the outlook for the semiconductor industry. This negative performance comes despite Meta Platforms posting gains in 5 of the last 10 trading days, suggesting that broader market forces might be at play. Year-to-date, however, Meta Platforms has shown robust growth, with its stock price soaring by 38%. This positive trajectory suggests that despite recent dips, investors remain optimistic about the company's long-term prospects. Shifting our focus to NVIDIA, the chipmaker saw its shares close at $98.90. This 5.1% decline erased the previous day's gains and marked a reversal from the 6 days of gains NVIDIA had experienced in the last 10 trading days. Despite this recent downturn, NVIDIA's year-to-date performance remains impressive, with the stock up by a staggering 170.1%. This strong performance underscores the company's dominance in the GPU market, a sector experiencing surging demand driven by the growth of artificial intelligence and other data-intensive technologies. The financial sector presented a mixed bag today. Bank of America and JP Morgan both continued their positive momentum, posting their second consecutive day of gains. Bank of America closed at $37.30, marking a 1% increase, while JP Morgan saw a more modest gain of 0.03%, ending the day at $200.40. MasterCard also enjoyed a positive day, with its shares closing at $449.80. A 0.3% uptick. This marks 2 consecutive days of gains for the payment processing giant. However, not all financial institutions shared in this positive trend. American Express saw its shares decline by 1%, closing at $228.80. This downturn reversed the previous day's gains, suggesting some potential investor hesitation. Similarly, Morgan Stanley experienced a setback, with its shares falling by 0.9% to close at $92.10. This decline also reversed the previous day's gains, indicating a possible shift in investor sentiment. Visa, another major player in the payments industry, also faced headwinds, with its shares closing down 0.7% at $256.50. This reversal from the previous day's gains could point to broader concerns within the financial technology sector. This positive performance for Bank of America is a silver lining in an otherwise cloudy short-term outlook for the bank. Over the past 5 days, the bank's stock has struggled, reflecting a 7.5% decrease in value. This downward trend is also reflected in the month-to-date performance, with the stock down 7.5%. However, zooming out to a wider lens reveals a more optimistic picture. Year-to-date, Bank of America boasts a solid 12% gain, indicating that despite recent turbulence, the bank has demonstrated resilience and the ability to deliver value to its investors over a longer time frame. Turning our attention to the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin, the world's largest digital currency, closed at $56,898.50, marking a 1.5% increase. This positive performance marks 2 consecutive days of gains for Bitcoin. Dogecoin, often seen as a more light-hearted cryptocurrency, also experienced a significant surge, with its price closing at 10 cents, a 3.2% jump. This positive momentum marks 2 consecutive days of gains for Dogecoin. However, Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, faced a setback, with its price closing at $2,422.80, a 1.5% decline. This downturn reversed the previous day's gains, suggesting some potential volatility in the Ethereum market. This positive movement for Bitcoin comes after a challenging period for the cryptocurrency. Over the past 5 days, Bitcoin has seen its value decrease by 7.4%, and the month-to-date performance reflects a similar downturn of 11.9%. However, despite these recent dips, Bitcoin's year-to-date performance remains positive, boasting a 35% gain. This contrast between short-term volatility and longer-term gains highlights the inherent dynamism of the cryptocurrency market. Dogecoin, on the other hand, is riding a wave of positive momentum. This positive performance builds on yesterday's gains, marking 2 consecutive days of upward movement for the cryptocurrency. Despite these recent gains, Dogecoin's overall performance this month has been negative, with the cryptocurrency down 10.5%. Year-to-date, Dogecoin has experienced a significant decline, with its value plummeting by 48.4%. Meanwhile, Ethereum closed at $2,422.80. This 1.5% dip erases the previous day's gains and interrupts a streak of 4 consecutive days of gains for the cryptocurrency. Looking at a wider time frame, Ethereum has faced challenges over the past 5 days, with its value decreasing by 6.8%. This downward trend is also reflected in the month-to-date performance, which shows a 9.8% decline. However, zooming out to a year-to-date perspective reveals a more optimistic picture, with Ethereum boasting a 22.8% gain.